The wind howled outside as Amanda sat cross-legged on the faded carpet of her tiny one-bedroom apartment in Cleveland. Her phone buzzed silently on the couch, ignored, while she tried to coax her 6-month-old daughter, Lily, to sleep. The baby's cries had become weaker over the past 2 days, not because she wasn't upset, but because she was exhausted and hungry. Amanda had watered down the last bottle of formula yesterday. Today, there was nothing left. Amanda pressed her lips to Lily's forehead and whispered, "Just a little longer, baby. Mommy's trying." But her voice trembled. She had already visited the food pantry 3 times this month. The shelves were nearly bare the last time. And her last paycheck, from working nights at the local diner, had gone to rent and utilities. She had sold her microwave last week. Then the television. And still, it wasn't enough. Amanda had been strong for months, since her boyfriend walked out on her and Lily. But now she felt something inside her break. It wasn't just hunger. It was the feeling that no one, anywhere, was coming to help. That night, driven by desperation, she picked up her phone and opened the customer support page for a popular baby formula company, Milnutra, a luxury brand she could never afford but had heard was gentle on fragile stomachs. Her thumbs hovered over the screen before she typed. "Hi, I know this might not be the right place, but I'm a single mom struggling really bad. My baby hasn't had formula in over a day. I'm not asking for much, just 1 can. Please. I'm sorry." She hit send. The message was intended for customer service, a cry into the void. She didn't know that the number listed on the contact page had been recently updated, and her message, by a twist of fate, landed directly in the inbox of Daniel Whitmore, the 38-year-old CEO of Milnutra. Daniel was sitting in the back of a sleek black SUV heading home from a board meeting when his phone pinged. He usually ignored direct messages, his executive assistant filtered them all, but this one somehow slipped through. He glanced at the screen and paused. His instinct was skepticism. A scam, maybe. But something about the wording, the humility, the sheer helplessness gripped him. He read it again, slower. "Just 1 can." Without hesitation, Daniel replied, "Where are you located?" Amanda saw the response within seconds. Her heart skipped. She responded with her address and a quick thank you, her fingers shaky. Then came another message. "Checking on something for you. Hang tight." She waited. 30 minutes. Then an hour. She assumed it was over. Maybe it had been a bot. Or someone messing with her. She started preparing Lily's crib for another long night. But then her phone buzzed again. A new message. "Hi Amanda. I just sent something your way. Should be there shortly. Check your email too." Confused, she opened her email, and dropped the phone. There it was. A bank transfer notification for $100,000. Her jaw fell open. Amanda stared at the screen, breathless. It had to be a mistake. There was no way this was real. Her phone rang. A calm, warm voice on the other end said, "Hi, is this Amanda?" "Yes." "Who is this?" she asked, her voice quivering. "It's Daniel Whitmore. From Milnutra." She couldn't speak. Her lips parted but no sound came out. "I read your message, Amanda. And it hit me," he continued gently. "I grew up with a single mom too. There were nights we went to bed hungry. You asked for 1 can of formula, but I think you deserve so much more than that." Amanda's eyes filled with tears. "Sir, this has to be a mistake. I only asked for." "It's not a mistake. I want you and your daughter to have a real shot. Use it for rent, for food, for whatever you need. No strings attached." She sank to the floor, clutching the phone. "You don't even know me." "I don't need to," Daniel replied. "You're a mother doing everything to keep her baby safe. That's enough. By morning, a delivery arrived, 3 months' worth of formula, diapers, and baby essentials. Along with it, a handwritten note that read, "You are stronger than you know. You and Lily are not forgotten. Daniel." The story spread quickly. Amanda hadn't intended for it to go public, but a neighbor who had witnessed the delivery posted the note on social media. Within days, it went viral. Daniel, a notoriously private CEO, was suddenly the subject of news stories around the country. The CEO with a heart, one headline read. Another, she asked for 1 can of formula, got her life back instead. But what the world didn't know was how the story didn't end there. Amanda, with the money, didn't buy luxury items or a new car. She enrolled in a nursing program at a community college. She wanted to give back. "There are so many women like me," she told her advisor. "I want to be someone who can help them, the way someone helped me." She used a portion of the funds to start a small pantry in her neighborhood, one specifically stocked with baby supplies. She called it Lily's Shelf. It was run out of her church basement and operated entirely on donations. Within 6 months, it served over 200 families. Meanwhile, Daniel kept in touch. Once a month, he checked in, not as a benefactor, but as a friend. He watched as Amanda grew stronger, more confident, and became a pillar of hope in her community. One day, 2 years later, Amanda stood on a stage at a nonprofit gala, now a licensed pediatric nurse and founder of a growing aid network for single mothers. She wore a simple dress, her hair tied back, and held a microphone with trembling hands. "I thought I was invisible," she told the crowd. "That the world didn't care. That all I could ever ask for was just 1 can of formula. But kindness," her voice caught. She looked toward the front row, where Daniel sat beside Lily, now a toddler in a bright pink dress. "Kindness can change everything. It did for me." The crowd rose in applause, some dabbing their eyes. Amanda's story wasn't just about a mistaken text or a generous CEO. It became a symbol of something deeper, a reminder that sometimes the world does see you. That sometimes, when things feel darkest, a single act of compassion can light the way forward. And Daniel? He never forgot that message. In interviews, he often said, "I didn't save Amanda. She was already saving herself. I just answered the door when she knocked." In a world that often feels cold and transactional, one mistaken text reminded everyone that humanity, when it chooses kindness, can move mountains.